Welcome to Watkins Glen for the 2001 IROC Race the Watkins Glen 100. Anthony Wendler starts on the pole, and to his outside will be Joseph Sandrovich. Max Rowe is third, Tim Gary fourth, Danny Bright in fifth, and Lyndon Raines, Dave Hatchie, Todd Kennedy, Jake West, Joseph Rainey, Levi Shones, and Richard Johnson round out the field, your 12-car field here today at Watkins Glen. The 7-turn road course in New York, 11 laps, and how fitting is it that the front three starting are your three drivers in the top 3 in points. Insane there. Pace car in, 11 laps at Watkins Glen, Wendler and Joe Sandrovich on the front row as they come down the front straightaway. The green flag is out. We're racing at Watkins Glen. Sandrovich staying with Wendler as they come out of the bus, or out of the S's. Sandrovich has the push. Can he get clear? He does. Sandrovich to the front at Watkins Glen. Got a big push for Max Rowe, and that's kind of funny. Max Rowe's your points leader. He just pushed Sandrovich, who's third in points, to the lead, and now he's bound for with second in points. Wow. Anthony Wendler and Max Rowe putting on a fight behind Joe Sandrovich. Rowe pushed Sandrovich out. Sandrovich again won at Michigan. So he could go for back-to-back wins, just like Rachel Seep in the 2000 IROC race. Max Rowe clears. Wendler, hard to the wall, a few drivers. Tim Gary hit the wall pretty hard. Staying with Dave Hatchie, and that's going to allow Shones, Joseph Rainey, Jake West to get by. Anthony Wendler back on Max Rowe now. Sandrovich got some big help there. 3 wide right there going to the S's. I don't know how I like this. Hatchie backed out. Smart move there. 3 wide in the S's never works. And look at the lead for Sandrovich. Once Max Rowe pushed him, he was gone. And part of what happened there was Sandrovich got a really big push. I believe it might have been Tim Gary in the 7, who started in 4th, pushed Sandrovich on that start. Sandrovich passed after the start finish line, and timed it right to where he kept it on the outside of him all the way up into the S's, kept it side by side with him there, got a big push for Max Rowe past Anthony Wendler, and that's how Sandrovich gets to the race lead. The guy third in points, the guy won last race at Michigan, looking strong early on. And the wall hard back there again. It's a green car. It looks like it might have been Todd Kennedy in the 4. Dave Hatchie in the 1, So every IROC race before the 2000 season, the pole winner had gone to lead the most laps and win the race. The 1996, 1997, 1998, and 1999 races at Watkins Glen did that. Then Rachel Seep changed that. About a little bit more than halfway through the race, in the 2000 IROC season, Rachel Seep made a pass on Kyle Perry, ended up winning the race, did not lead the most laps. And that was the first time your pole winner did not win the race. Now Sandrovich trying to do the same here, as Anthony Wendler started on pole, and right now Sandrovich is leading. But Wendler is faster, and he could get right back up there. Yeah, and now the winner's, if Sandrovich gets past, the winner's not going to lead every lap. But if Sandrovich can hold on, the leader will win every lap. Wendler can see that black car trying to run him down. Max Rowe just trying to keep his third position. He knows he can probably keep the points lead if he stays right there, unless the 3 car goes up and passes that 12. And look at Danny Bright in that 4 car. Or excuse me, in 4th in the 2 car. I haven't talked about him much this season. He's right now out there running 4th. Good, solid day for him. Joseph Rainey has not had a great season. He's moved up to 7th right now on the track, but he's not had a great points season. It doesn't look like it'll change as the front 3 on the track, or front 3 in points. Lyndon Raines, Levi Shones, just a disappointing season for him. Todd Kennedy and Dave Hatchie rounded out the field. Up front, all Sandrovich. pulling away. Sandroge was very dominant the Target Series Season 1. He won some like 7 races. Finished second in points to Jeff Berry, won what, 5 races? Sandroge was very good that season, had more top 5s and top 10s, I believe, than anyone. Just inconsistency kept him from a championship. Went to the next season, didn't have success. And kind of faded away, but now he's back in the IROC Series and doing great right now. He's out front, leading, running some fast laps too. He's faster than just about anyone on the track, I believe. Yeah, he was fastest car on the track last time by. As you can see right there, though, he doesn't have the fastest lap. That belongs to Joseph Rainey. Look at Max Rowe looking on Anthony Wendler. Ooh, Sandroge's really wide. That's going to definitely give up some time. They're side by side back here. Danny Bright and Tim Gary battling for 4th. Tim Gary trying to get right back up to where he started. Yeah, I think this might be a battle for second soon. Max Rowe's catching Anthony Wendler. Looks like he's faster. Looks like he can get through the corners better. It might just be a matter of time before that 6 car gets by that 3 and he could try and run down. Way wide back there. Joseph Rainey getting past Jake West for the 6th position. Rainey moves up another position. Last time by, Sandroge was leading over 1 second. It's 1.2. Dominating right now. Now he can be the second person. Wow, Max Rowe way out wide. Are they going to get him from coming the course? There is the question. Officials are reviewing that. We'll get word on that move once it becomes available to us. I don't believe that will be counted as cutting the course, though. It definitely cost him some time doing that. Look at Joseph Rainey. He's coming up to the front. He has a fast car. Look at that. 109.673. Fastest lap of the race. And look, he's going past, who is that? Tim Gary in the 7. That's for a top 5 spot. Joseph Rainey on the charge. If he could stay side by side with Gary and get by him, he has a shot here. Oh, but is the drafting up going to be Tim Gary is the question. Because Jake West gets up behind that 7 car. The 11 of Lyndon Raines gets up behind Joseph Rainey. This could be a big battle going into the bus stop. Rainey gets it done. And that could bring Lyndon Raines with them. Tim Gary loses another spot here. Oh, close there between Jake West. Oh my gosh. Tim Gary and Jake West getting closer. I thought they were going to wreck. Max Rowe's move deemed official. Deemed clean. Getting wide off of turn 7. 4 laps to go for Wendler to try and run down Sandroge. Wendler just ran his fastest lap of the race right there. It was over 2 tenths faster. Cut down below a second. And don't look now, but Joseph Rainey trying to come up to the front. Lyndon Raines still side by side with Tim Gary for 6th. Raines gets it. Then behind them, Jake West is side by side with Richard Johnson. West keeps his spot. Johnson actually gained a spot and all that. He's passing Levi Shones. Shones might be getting past here again. A-car might be off pace. Looks like he's going to get passed again by Todd Kennedy. Whoa, not quite yet. Shones trying to get back around the outside. It's fun racing back in the pack. But up front, Sandroge coming to see 3 laps to go this time. He has his two closest points competitors right behind him, Anthony Wendler and Max Rowe. However, Sandrovich came into today third in the points. In fact, the points coming into today were swapped of the top three. Third was first in points, and first was third in points. Has the lead been cut down? It has been cut down by 2 more tenths. Sandrovich just taking it easy here, though. He knows he has a pretty good car. He knows he has a pretty good lead. I would just be taking it nice and easy, but Wendler's not giving up. And Joseph Rainey has driven away from the pack behind him. That car looks fast. Just not the track position he had. Not enough time to make his move. Sandrovich again out wide. And that's where they're getting most of their time. Wonder if he's tight in the bus stop. Look, he's up high. That 12 car looks tight. And Wendler's charging. He has 2 laps to do something to Sandrovich. But what can he do? He gets there, and it's the last lap. Does he do a bump and run? Sandrovich again out wide. That car looks really tight right now. Sandrovich's car getting tight. 2 laps of racing to go. The lead cut down to just over 4 tenths. Sandrovich has led 9 of 9 laps this race. Looking to make it 11 of 11. But Anthony Wendler's not letting that happen quite yet. This race is not over. Watch for the bus stop again. Does Sandrovich get tight and lose ground to Anthony Wendler? Wendler's trying everything he can, but he might have gotten a little tight there. They all go into the grass. White flag this time at Watkins Glen. Sandrovich starting second. He passed Anthony Wendler, your pole sitter, on the first lap with a big push from that guy third. Right now, Max Rowe. Coming to the white flag. Sandrovich has dominated. 1 lap to go at Watkins Glen for Joe Sandrovich. Can he make it around? Gap up. It's over. Almost 6 tenths. As long as Sandrovich doesn't have a major problem, he's got himself another victory, his second in a row. Look at, whoa! Jake West just gave the old bumper to Tim Gary for 7th. I don't know how Tim Gary's going to like that. Joseph Rainey's catching for 4th. Can he make a last lap pass? Down the back straight, it's Joe Sandrovich out in front. Sandrovich took the lead in lap number 1. Hasn't looked back since as he enters the carousel for the final time here today. Off the carousel, down the short chute. He has turned 6 and 7 between he and his second IROC victory in a row. And that'll put him in great championship contention. Through 6 and through turn 7. Joe Sandrovich gets his second IROC win in a row as he wins the Watkins Glen 100 at Watkins Glen. Front 5 pull away. Here comes a battle back here. Levi Shones gets it. Oh, Dave Hatchett, I believe, just got out of last place at the last second. Joseph Sandrovich dominates Watkins Glen. He leads all 11 laps. He's going to be a major championship competitor as we look at the finishing results. Joseph Sandrovich won the race by over 6 tenths of a second. Anthony Wendler ends up second. Max Rowe in third. Danny Bright fourth, and Joseph Rainey fifth. Then Lyndon Raines in sixth. Jake West seventh. 8th, Tim Gary. 9th, Todd Kennedy. Levi Shones 10th. Dave Hatchie in 11th. And 12th, Richard Johnson. It was a 0.02 of a second difference between 11th and 12th, just showing that every position matters. Congratulations to Joseph Sandrovich on his second IROC win in a row. He moves within 2 points of your points leader. And the front 3 points run away with it as we look at the point standings. Max Rowe has the points lead, but it's only by 2 points over Joseph Sandrovich, who just picked up his second win in a row. Anthony Wendler's third in points, Tim Gary 4th, and Jake West is 5th. Levi Shones is tied for 5th. He's right now 6th. Dave Hatchie is 7th. Lyndon Raines 8th. Joseph Rainey in 9th. Todd Kennedy in 10th. Richard Johnson 11th. And Danny Bright rounds out the field. See, the front three only separated by 5 points. 2 drivers have finished in the top 5 in all 3 races. They are Max Rowe and Anthony Wendler, first and third in points. Rowe came into the day as your points leader, only 10 above Wendler. Well, he ends up 5 above Wendler, but Sam George closed the gap to 2. So it's going to be exciting, these final 2 races, to see who can get out front, as the next race will be the Richmond 100 at Richmond. See you guys then, but we have the 2002 IROC race from Watkins, Glen coming up.